Okay, I'm here in the paint shop with Juan. Welcome, Juan. Welcome to Planning Plus Software Television.
Thanks. It's good to be on.
Okay, Juan in the paint shop, as part of the 2-second lean process, came up with an idea that they could create a painter's apron. As you see, Juan is gracefully modeling for us today. Juan was one of the main instigators of this, and I'd just like him to share with us how it came about and what benefits this apron brings to himself and the team, and for productivity improvements here at Mainline Auto Body. So Juan, it's over to you.
Well, essentially what we wanted to do was, obviously the 2-second lean really kind of opened up our eyes to just saving that little bit of time, whether it's 2 seconds, whether it's walking back and forth. Obviously wasted motion was a big deal for me. So we're constantly walking from our cart, prep carts to cars, trying to get abrasives to sand, to mask, just to fix minor detail things. Just a bunch of different things that we would carry on our prep carts. We would have to walk back and forth to it. So we got the vest so we can carry a lot of the stuff that we use basically most of the day when we're prepping on us, so we don't have to walk back and forth to our cart.
So it's mainly all of your items that are just quick carry items, like your things like Scotch-Brite. I see you've got a couple of different grades of Scotch-Brite in there. Tell us, what else have you got in the apron?
Well, we usually all carry about the same items. Obviously here I got some red and gray Scotch-Brites. I got a bunch of razor blades. I got some combi putty. This is for last minute repairs, whether it's inside the booth or when we're sanding it and we could see it, we could fix it right there, right then and there. I don't have to walk back to my car, grab the putty, fix the chip, put the putty back. It's already on me. So, and that's the same with the razor blade. I don't have to go to my car, open up a box of razor blades. And it's the same with the Scotch-Brite. I have a blower on me. And then the abrasive sheets, I have a 400 abrasive sheet. This is what we use to prep most of the primered panels, not necessarily the blend panels. So I keep the 400 on me for that, and then the 600 for prepping blend panels and bumpers and stuff like that, getting them ready for paint. I also have my Mini DA 500 and my Mini DA 400. And we usually carry markers on us, markers and pens. I know Steve, he likes to carry a Posca just in case something goes wrong. He can circle it on the car. But we usually carry pens and markers on us, and you can obviously for a number of different things. When we're out here prepping, priming, when we're priming, we have to obviously enter the RO number to mix primer. So we have to write stuff down. So we all normally carry a notebook, write it down, what RO we're recording a primer under. So it just really helps us to kind of keep everything on us, and
it's all about streamlining, like 2-second lean here. So 2 seconds saved here, 2 seconds saved there.
Exactly.
How comfortable is the apron to wear?
It's comfortable. I mean, sometimes when it gets hot, it gets hot, but it doesn't ever really get too hot over here, so it's pretty comfortable. I only have the full apron. All the other guys have the half apron. I prefer to have the full apron because it keeps you from getting dirty when you're prepping or when you're water sanding.
Yes.
Which we don't do a whole lot of, but sometimes the water will get on you. So a lot of the guys, they just have the half apron, and it's a little bit more comfortable, and it's a little bit lighter. So it's really not too uncomfortable. It's worth it. It's really worth it.
Awesome. Another thing that here at Mainline, and Joe has spoken about the fact that the whole business got put through the Toyota Way. And the Toyota Way that was conceptualized, as we know, through Toyota. And it's all about lean processing. So the 2-second lean is basically taking that to the next level. Now, Juan, you've been involved with both of those programs from the start. How beneficial have they been to you, just as yourself, as well as overall for the business?
Wow. They've been very beneficial. I talked to you a little bit yesterday about not only saving the time, but saving the motion. Obviously, if you're saving motion, you're saving time. So There's so many steps that are being cut out, and when the steps are cut out, you're saving yourself so much time. So any little thing that we can do to save 2 seconds, it really adds up. And we've done a lot. Obviously, the majority of the things that you think of, even if you think they're only 2 seconds, they save you so much more time than 2 seconds. But it's just, I mean, it's really been really useful as far as everyday use, the things that we do all day long, and it's just saved so much time and so much walking, and so much waiting. So everybody benefits. We don't work as hard physically, and the stuff gets done faster. Customers get their car back sooner. It's just better for everybody. So
if you were talking to, say, a tradesperson, a body tech or a paint tech from another body shop, and you were talking about these processes that you go through at Mainline Auto Body, what type of reactions do you get from technicians from other body shops?
Well, it's really it's really difficult to kind of explain the type of mentality that we have here, and the just that the programs that we instill and the stuff that Joe instills in us, obviously like the Toyota way and the 2 second lean. You can explain it to somebody, and they're you can see the look on their face, like they're like, wow, especially people who work in the industry. But I don't think they really have any idea until they come and really check it out for themselves. It's just so beneficial. But it really takes an effort on everybody's part to kind of buy in and to really, take the time to stop and take the time that you don't really want to stop. Nobody ever really wants to stop to improve what they're doing, because you got to stop what you're doing. But in the long haul, it just makes it so much easier, and it is really hard to explain to people. I try to tell people, especially about the Planning Plus software, and they just seem blown away, especially by the people obviously who work in the industry. So
yeah, and Mainline Auto Body has a huge focus on team environment. So it's one mainline. That's one of their catchphrases here. And how would you express the culture and the team camaraderie here at Mainline? Like, we all go through stressful situations when there's lots of work on and stuff, but overall, does that team culture and that environment, is it always picked up? Is it always everyone looking out for each other? And how do you keep that going?
Well, it's really, I think really a lot has to do with obviously Joe picking the right people to be able to come in and work together, because obviously it doesn't really matter what kind of program and systems you got going on if you have the people that don't want to work together. So I think Joe did a good job of picking people here who like working together, who like coming up with new things, and I think that's what always keeps this shop pushing forward, trying new things. For us in the paint shop, it just comes so natural. Obviously, we work as a team. Us 4 painters, we work as a team, and we don't have any preppers, so we got to work as a team together. And it's actually really fun when it does get busy, and we get to look back, and we look back at the cars and we're like, man, we're gonna blow through these things, like nothing. Everybody comes in, they're like, wow, you guys are so busy, but we look at it and it's like, it's not a whole lot. It just goes through, and it just keeps on going. So it's always a challenge, I think, to bring the whole shop together. I think that's one thing that we're really trying to do now. Obviously, the certain departments kind of want to team up and always kind of work together. But I think Joe's ultimate goal, and all of our ultimate goal, is obviously to be one team and just, be able to just depend on each other, and just know that everything is just going to get done swiftly. And it does. There's always room for improvement, but as far as teamwork and camaraderie, I've never worked in a place where, it's been so tight as far in that aspect, I should say. So
awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
So there you have it. we can sit in the office and we can be upstairs in the training conference room, boardroom, and talk about all these things. But it's when you go to the floor and you hear it from the guys that are doing it, that's where it really matters. So Juan's a big team player here. The rest of the paint shop boys, they're all got great guys, along with all the body techs and everyone that's in this four walls. Because when they're in this four walls, they're a team of people. And that can also affect the way they function outside of the four walls also. So Juan, thanks for your time today.
No problem.
Really appreciate your feedback, and look forward to the next visit back at Mainline. I always enjoy coming over here. I'm pretty much one of the family now, and it's a great feeling also. So
Definitely.
Thanks, and good hustle. That's what Joe would say
Sure.
on the apron.
Right on.
Thank you.
No problem.